sin picos largos, plata y oro del parral. La grullas y los venados es el mi tierra natal. ¡Qué bonito es Chihuahua! La cascada más hacia aquí, es como lluvia de plata. Que por allá por la junta me paseaba con mi chata. ¡Qué bonito es Chihuahua! ¡Dale! ¡Puro Chihuahua, sí señor!
All right, El Paso, man. I really love El Paso. I think you guys are too hard on yourselves, man. El Pasoans, you don't give yourselves enough credit, man. I mean, there's a Holocaust museum here. You people had nothing to do with that shit, man. I watch the History Channel all the time, man. Not once did they ever say Juan Martinez from El Paso, Texas. Shit, man. Y'all are too hard on yourself. I love it here, man. Because I love everything Mexican. That's why I love coming to El Paso, man. They built a wall at the border between the United States and Mexico. That really angers me, man. These are the people who gave us the margarita. Why would we separate ourselves from such magic people? I don't know if you read in the newspaper last year, but Mexico is considering legalizing all forms of drugs. If they do that, they'll have to build a wall to keep me out. Mexico, por favor, yo amigo, todos Mexico. I can do yard work. I can clean Mexico. Por favor, mi corazón. Hey man, you want to end the war in Iraq? All we have to do is send the drug cartels from Juarez, and that fucking war will be over in a week and a half. Once they start nailing people's heads to doors, it'll be all over, man. Who were those people with the Virgin Mary tattoos? They were the most ruthless people I had ever met in my fucking life. They made belts out of the human hair of our dead family members. We should have known their flag has an eagle standing on a cactus squeezing a fucking rattlesnake. Why didn't we look at their flag? We would have known not to fuck with these people. Yeah, I'm really excited. Tomorrow I've been asked to judge this mariachi Mexican food contest. I'm really excited. I love mariachi music, man. That shit is so sexy. And the dudes wearing pants with the sexy silver shit on the side. I don't know how girls can keep their pants on when that shit is playing, man. I do not like Tejano. That's when they incorporate the accordion. I do not like the accordion. I find it a very annoying instrument. This is a fact, and you can look it up. The accordion arrived in Mexico because of the Germans. A few hundred years ago, the Germans were in Mexico doing some German shit. They left behind all of these accordions. And that's how the accordion was incorporated into the music I love, mariachi, and bastardized into what is known as Tejano. And I think that right after the Holocaust, that should always be remembered as the second worst thing that the Germans ever did to humanity. And I think you should put an exhibit at your Holocaust museum telling this whole story.
El Paso has always been the passing through point for a lot of outlaws and banditos on their way to points elsewhere. And I always find them to be the most entertaining people to hang out with. As if I wasn't fat enough already, I was asked to be a judge in the World Mexican Food Cook-Off. God, I was in heaven to stuff my hole with some of the best Mexican food on the planet. Yummadelphia. I highly recommend a place called the Riviera because they won all of the awards. My other big recommendation for El Paso is if you're there, you've got to go to the grave of John Westley Harding. This is the grave of John Westley Harding, a man rumored to be so mean that he once shot a man for snoring. John Westley Harding was a famous outlaw gunslinger. He killed over 30 men in his lifetime. He said that he had never killed a man who didn't deserve being killed. In 1895, John Westley Harding was having an affair with a married woman, and he hired a man to kill that woman's husband. That hired gun instead turned around and killed John Westley Harding. John Westley Harding was killed while he was shooting dice with a local furniture dealer named Henry James. And John Westley Harding's last words were supposedly 4 6s to beat Henry. Or maybe he said 4 6s to beat Henry. Could I have aspirin? It's too bad that the guy that John Westley Harding killed for snoring, he could have just given that man those little strips that you put on the bridge of your nose, and then there would have been no mess to clean up in the morning. His fingers are deadly. Now me, personally, as a snorer, I think he was being a little too hard on the guy. Sweet dreams.